Hey, I'm Michael Caldwell. I'm the 31st mayor of the city of Woodstock. I want to welcome you to our city council chambers and the city of Woodstock, the most vibrant city in the state of Georgia. We're proud you're here.
Mayor, you have been related as a mayor. What do you believe the community is truly validating about your leadership?
Oh, I hope that I get to play a meaningful leadership role here in the city. I love this city. I think my job is chief storyteller here. We have a spectacular team. We've got 6 council members who do a great job. We have more than 200 staff who do an incredible job. And we got 41,000 people in this city who are rowing in the same direction. I think that's what makes this place work. I hope that the leadership role I get to play is telling a cohesive story about this place in a way that gets the people who call this home and the millions of visitors we see every year excited about where we're going, and that's what kind of creates the secret sauce that makes Woodstock the vibrant place that it is.
You have said your mission is to build a city that feels like home. After your first term and now, how close is Woodstock to becoming that for everyone?
If Woodstock's not yet becoming a place that feels like home for everyone, then we haven't quite met the mark, right? And so we are continuing to work toward that. I think we've made huge leaps and strides toward it. This continues to be not just a more economically successful city, not just a better infrastructure backbone city, but a culturally more diverse and vibrant city over the years. And so again, with millions of visitors every year, we have people who call this not just their residential home, but they call it their business home, they call it their tourism home and their play home. And so we continue to build and expand upon what home means in the city of Woodstock. And I'm excited to see what the next generation of that looks like.
It is not common to lead a city while running a technology company. How do you make decisions when business logic and public responsibility intersect?
Oh, business logic and political responsibility always intersect, and so do every other variable that mixes into leading a vibrant and diverse city. There's political interests that make a difference. There are resident and visitor interests that often intersect. There's technological needs as well as financial conflict. I think the very nature of leading what has become a 200 employee enterprise with a $90 million budget and 41,000 people who call it home. I think that comes down to making sure that we have a cohesive story and vision. We understand what home looks like and we're chasing toward it, and weighing those decisions against one another. So yes, occasionally you're going to have conflict between sort of the art of the possible and the art of the perfect. I think ultimately we won't get everyone right, but if we get more right than wrong, we're moving the ball forward. And the goal here is just to make sure that our children inherit a better city from us than we received, right? I think we're accomplishing the mission.
From your experience as an entrepreneur, what mistakes do you see most often and what mindset truly sets successful founders apart?
Oh yeah. I think as an entrepreneur, recognizing that you can't make perfect the enemy of great, right? So ensuring that we are making progress and that we're not just sitting and waiting for the perfect opportunity to come along, but that every day we are moving the ball forward. It's the same exact attitude we try to take here at the city. We're a challenger brand. We're making sure that we are punching above our weight class, right? We should by all rights be a forgotten railroad stop here. And instead we are one of the most visited cities in the southeastern United States now. And it's because we try a lot of things. We get out and we break the mold. And not everything works. Some experiments don't, right? But having the courage to get out and experiment, I think is what makes successful entrepreneurs, and it's what makes successful and vibrant and unexpected cities. So we've had a ton of fun watching that work here in Woodstock, and we're going to keep leaning into it.
Now, for a Hispanic entrepreneur looking to grow in Woodstock today, is the ground truly level? I'm
sure there are invisible barriers. I certainly hope it's more level than it once was. I hope and expect that tomorrow will be more level than today. And so I think like with every progression in our society and every new neighbor that we meet, we're going to continue to see the ground shift and change. And so I think that comes down to continuing to make more blocks and neighborhoods and boroughs and fields and events where we get to spend time together and interact with one another. It's what I love about Woodstock. It doesn't feel like Disney World plopped this down in the middle of nowhere, right? This is a city that built over time. It became itself. It's grown into itself, and it's changed over time. And as it does, it still keeps that authentic, genuine Woodstock feel that makes us us. And that's because as people come, we get to know one another. You have the Republican and the Democrat sitting next to each other at a concert. You have the 92 Honda Accord and the Aston Martin parked next to each other at the bar. It turns out we all drink beer the same way. And so I love this city because it's a place where we get to play together. our kids get to play together, and we actually get to know one another. And so we spend more time being Woodstockers than we spend being our labels. And I think that's the way you build a city in which you have a level playing field.
What would you say to a Hispanic family considering moving or investing in Woodstock?
There is no better place in America to live or invest than Woodstock. This is a place that feels like home, and it's a place that we don't just have great Fridays and Saturday nights, we have great nights and we have great days. This is where you want to come play. It's where you want to raise your kids. It's one of the safest cities in this state. And you got 40-something bars and restaurants walking distance from where we're standing. How does it get better than this place? So I would say welcome. We can't wait to see you.
What kind of business would you like to see more of in Woodstock in the coming years, and why?
I'd like to see more of them. So this city went, in the last 6 years, we went from roughly $2.7 billion in business revenues to about $5.1 billion in business revenues. So in about half a decade, we've doubled the size of our economy. We're seeing huge success in businesses relocating here. I want to see more of them coming. We'd love to see more traditional employers. So we do a great job we do a great job building a great place to live. We do a great job employing people and making it too expensive for them to live here. How do we start to fix that dynamic? We're working on making housing more affordable in the area. We also need to work on bringing jobs for the people who do currently live here in the area. So I want to see a patchwork of business investment here. Yes, more bars and restaurants and all of the things that we do spectacularly well. But I also want to see more traditional office jobs here too, because I want to make sure that the people who live here have a place to work where they don't have to go drive 40 minutes to get there. I want to make sure that the people who work here today have a place to live so they don't have to drive 40 minutes to get to here. We're working on both sides of that coin. There's no silver bullet answer to any of these things, but I think we're making serious progress on all of it.
As you say, Woodstock has become a major economic engine in the county.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the next leap you want the city to achieve?
We are a major economic engine in the county. We are 3% of the total land of the county, but we're 16% of the population, and we are 40% of this county's GDP. So we are the economic engine of Cherokee County. This is where the money gets made. We've built a commercial engine out of what, again, was a forgotten railroad stop for a very, very long time. And so I want to continue to see us lean into that, but we need to continue to make sure that this is a place that you can live, work, and play, and you don't have to pick two. We're continually working toward that angle. I think we've done a better and better job of it, but the work is never done. And so making sure, again, that this is a city that feels like home, either for your business or for your actual residents or just your play home, where you come and enjoy the time and the people here. We're going to continue leaning into each of those dynamics and seeing a better Woodstock in the future.
You are not only a mayor and entrepreneur, but also a father. How does that role influence the way you make decisions for the city?
I never get to forget I'm a dad. I've got 4 kids running around the house, so it is always loud and always full. I think being a dad influences everything I do here in the mayorship. And I use the line often in this room, the stakes are high. I have 4 kids that I want to live here. Mm-hmm. And so when we talk about leaving this place for the next generation, it's not an ethereal idea for me. I see 4 kids every day that I want to love this place like I love this place. And it's not just my 4 kids. There are 41,000 people who call this place home, and a lot of them are children. And so making sure that this is a place that they don't grow up and hit 18 and say, I can't wait to get out of here, but making sure that this is the kind of place it is today where these kids hit 18 and they know they have to leave to school, and they go and then they come home. Because this is a place that they actually want to live and they want to raise a family. So being a dad keeps my eye on the ball, I think. I think it helps us recognize that in the city game, we don't get to play the short game. We're playing the long game. We're playing the infinite game running a city, right? We don't have the benefit of going out of business. And so we're going to be here whether we do a good job or a bad job. So we're going to make sure that we do a spectacularly good job so that our kids get to inherit a better Woodstock than we did.
You have a program for leadership for high schoolers?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is a new one program here in the city. Talk about it.
Yeah, so we're actually finishing up applications right now for our 3rd year of the Mayor's Youth Leadership Academy. So this is any rising junior or senior anywhere in Cherokee County is invited to apply. We bring in 12 students every year, and we spend a full week. We bring the University of Georgia's Leadership Institute in to teach them for 2 or 3 days on leadership principles. And then we spend 2 days with all of our city department heads. We tour around the city. We talk through how do we make decisions here. And once they've graduated from that week, then we do 4 coffees through the rest of the year where I meet meet with them to talk to them about issues we're facing here in the city, get their generation's perspective. And then we give them the opportunity to come back and intern with the kids for the next year as well, so they get to pass on that leadership mantle that they pick up. This year, we're actually going to go downtown as well. We're going to visit the Atlanta Regional Commission and the Georgia State Capitol as well to try to make sure that they get a perspective on how does the city interact with both the region and the state too. And so trying to make sure that we don't just broaden these kids' viewpoint on what public sector service looks like, but help them understand that being in a community means we have responsibility to our community. And so how do we give them an opportunity to learn more about that at a young age before they hit voting age? And then also just help them think through the complex decision making that we're talking about, right? How do I think about decisions? How do we work through hard, conflicting interests? And how do we hopefully bring people together in that rather than pushing them apart?
What role do you believe media platforms like Raíces y Negocios, our magazine, play in connecting this community to local economic opportunities?
I think play a fundamentally important role in helping not just us get our message out to every corner of our community, but also making sure that all aspects of our community are represented. When it comes to, I think there are so many stories that go untold, right? And so you guys play a fundamentally important role in making sure that those stories get told not just for specific communities, but for the entire community. So we can all understand it is a truly diverse and vibrant place here. And I think we take for granted just how much of that we have, and it's because we don't have enough mediums through which to tell those stories. So I think it's a fundamentally important aspect, not just of Woodstock's culture, but of American culture, right? The media plays a fundamentally important role. And so I want to say thank you to you guys, because you're telling stories that matter. And anytime you want to tell a Woodstock story, I'll be there with you. So thank you for it. You are a place in this future like everyone else who calls Woodstock, and we are thrilled that you're here. Welcome to what I truly believe is the most vibrant and welcoming city in the state. We are so proud that you call it home, just like all of us do. So thank you for being a Woodstocker. Thank you for investing here. Thank you for calling it home. And thank you for building your business here in a spectacularly cool and vibrant city. We're proud you're here.